3-year-old little dago here to lend emotional credibility to your case.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mr. Robertson. Please do come on up.
Douglas is my accountant, sweetie.
An accountant, eh? A wolf in shit's clothing.
He's a decent bloke, Sydney. It'll be a new experience for you.
A decent bloke? How do you know he's a decent bloke, eh? I suppose he told you so himself, did he?
I told her so, Mr. Skinner.
Oh, you did you, Peggy? All right, so you're a financial expert now, as well as a legal one.
I took advice from Miss Wallace's bank manager, her solicitor, her agent, and independent advisors.
Yeah. And no doubt came up with some toppy-nosed, real cream yuppie with a portable phone strapped to his cock.
Just push it, Douglas, till that's just faulty.
Into the yuppie.
Good morning, Peggy, my dear. How lovely to see you.
Good morning, Mr. Robertson.
Hello, Douglas. It's a long way up, love. You must be knackered. Come in and sit down.
That's thoughtful of you, Doris. I must confess, gravity does seem to exert something of a greater pressure on me than the years gone by. I think that Newton must have missed a trick when he failed to equate increases in gravitational pull with advancing years.
He'd have spotted it quick enough if he'd have been a woman, Douglas. I tell you, without a couple of Irish J's under these, I'd be polishing my boots with them.
Nobody puts it like you put it, Doris.
I don't believe I had the pleasure, sir.
Yeah, good thing too at your age. Sydney Skinner, Doug, Doris's new boss.
Prospective boss, Sydney.
Have it your way, baby. Anyway, listen, Doris, I know your diary's about as crowded as the M25, so I'll just pour myself another drink and I'll be out of your short and curves, right?
Doris, I was wondering if, before Mr. Skinner goes, Mr. Robertson might take a look at the letter you signed for him. You know, just as a kind of second opinion.
Peggy, that is mine and Doris's affair, no one else's. And besides, as I keep telling you, it's just a letter of intent. It's non-bloody binding.
In which case, what's the problem?
There isn't a problem, I just happen to believe in the right of privacy, that's all.
I shall remember that when you ask me to stake out Elton John's ball.
Doris, stalking out the lavatories of the famous is news. It's completely different.
Is this letter something you've signed, Doris? You really must be most careful about things which you're called on to sign.
Oh, yeah? And what business is it of yours anyway, mate?
Excuse me, sir. Miss Wallace's business is my business. I am her accountant.
Accountant, eh? Yeah, bloody ledger filer.
It is an honourable profession.
Honourable profession? What? Convincing the revenue she spends £1,000 a week on pens and Tipex. Listen, Doris, this letter's got nothing to...
Neither your letter nor your affairs interest me in the slightest, sir. I am simply here to complete Miss Wallace's accounts.
Ah, of course you are. Sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. Listen, I'll tell you what, if you're interested, I've just come back from years in the States, and I brought up a fairly substantial, but rather dodgy pile hanging around offshore. So, if you're interested...
It's clear to me, Mr. Skinner, the type of accountant that you favour, the type who supervised Doris's affairs before she came to me.
Always have a straight accountant, Sydney. You can get away with most things in this country if you've got the dosh. But one thing Her Majesty will not stand for is not getting her cut. I can't think of anyone better placed to give us an honest opinion on your nasty little non-binding letter than Douglas. Would you mind, Douglas? Thank you, dear.
Yeah, go ahead, Douglas. You know, and then like Peggy would like to have the thing published in the Times. You know, so everyone can get a look at our bloody plans.
Don't be such a drama queen, Sydney.
Well, as Mr. Skinner has so rightly pointed out, I am only an accountant. But even to my layman's eyes, this document appears to be entirely innocent.
Thank you.
It would seem to be nothing more than a vague statement of possible future interest in a pan-European publishing venture.
Thank you, Douglas. Better safe than sorry, eh, Sydney?
Well, you can be rest assured, Doris, that your new and loving boss will be going through your expenses with a fine tooth comb once I've got you in my horrible clutches.
Goodbye, Sydney.
Understood, and not as good as a wink. Oh, and speaking of expenses, Peggy, just need to remind you that personal assistants, they're not claimable.
Goodbye, Mr. Skinner.
Oh, perhaps that's the milkman. Perhaps Peggy would like to show him a copy of the letter as well. You know, just to be on the safe side. Hey, after all, the milkman might spot something sinister that a simple accountant might miss.
Hello? What? But you're miles too early. Oh, come on up. It's Eduardo.
Oh my God! From the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, Madam Gill has arrived.
I'm sorry about this, Doris. I distinctly told him 12 o'clock.
He probably needs his nappy changing.
Sydney, hilarious though this pedo gag is, I consider it a touch rich, coming from someone who is going to be regularly exposing some poor 16-year-old bimbo's bazookas, Europe-wide, simply to provide Joe-Jacques and Juan public with a stimulus they require for their Euro spiffies.
Doris, the fun-loving photos in my newspapers will be there to express a joyful appreciation of the fulsome female form.
Sydney, they're there to help people wank.
Perhaps I could call at an inconvenient time.
See ya!
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me. What am I to rhyme and too hype? It feels good when you know you're down. A super dope homeboy from the Oak Town, and I'm known.
Hello, beautiful. What's shaking? Wicked little number, totally rocking. I like a bit of purple. You wait for me?
Oh my God, this has to go. See ya.